Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zephan Monteiro, and the topic which I'm going to talk about today is something which I presume most of us in this room are quite familiar with. The name of my topic is procrastination. So, many of y'all may be asking, what is procrastination exactly? Well, to answer your question, procrastination, I'm sure most, if not all of y'all, at some point of your life have felt y'all could have done something but chose not to. Therefore, y'all do not need me to tell you what procrastination is. Y'all already know it. Now, I would like to start by the words of Benjamin Franklin. You may delay, but time will not. Or in other words, time and tide waits for no man. I personally feel the topic of procrastination suits me a lot because I have made many mistakes in my life. And who hasn't? And one of those mistakes is procrastination. For example, in grade 9, I had a lot of assignments from school and tuition, and I thought I could do them all on the weekend. But little did I know, the weekend had its own challenges to bring. And late on Saturday night, I remembered all the assignments. So I rushed to the other room and checked streams. And there it was, all the assignments due for Monday, but they were assigned on different days. So I immediately took out my pen, my books, and just started working. Because honestly, I didn't have another choice because I had to go out on Sunday afternoon. I somehow managed to finish all the work I had to do, but it cost me my sleep as I had to burn the midnight oil, quite literally, to complete the task I had to do. And that is something I wouldn't wish for anyone in this room. Now, may I request you all to please close your eyes and picture yourself sitting in a quarry. All right. Now, imagine there are slabs of rock falling on you and you cannot dodge them. What will you do? You'll have to catch them, right? And once you keep on catching the rocks, what will happen? At one point, the weight of the rocks will become too much to handle and your hands will eventually give way, right? You may open your eyes now. Thank you for your imagination. The same is with life, dear parents. If you keep on procrastinating, the task which you have procrastinated will build and build. So much so, at one point, you will not know what to do. And that will cause stress. And that stress can affect you in three ways. Number one, mentally. Number two, physically. And number three, emotionally. And that is something I don't think any of us in this room want. Next, there are two main feelings you get once you procrastinate. Number one, anxiety. And number two, guilt. You get these two feelings due to your conscience because you know deep down inside, I could have done it, but I chose not to. And that brings me to the procrastination cycle. I feel this is very important because we have all gone through this at some point of our lives, knowingly or unknowingly. I shall now be explaining the cycle. Please do look at the image on the screen to understand the cycle better. All right. First, you make excuses to do your work, such as being lazy or wanting to sleep, probably because the work is not due for a long time, perhaps a few weeks or a few months or so. And that is what you call false security. And then you end up procrastinating. And as explained earlier, once you procrastinate, two things build, anxiety and guilt. And since you have anxiety built up in you, you're filled with a sense of denial. As you believe, I can do something which should have been spread out over a span of days in perhaps just a few hours or a few days. But in reality, you know you can't do it. And that causes you to fall into a problem and go into a crisis. And the moment you are in a crisis, the whole cycle repeats itself. Think of it as dominoes. One falls, everything falls. Hence, I feel, why even procrastinate? You don't gain anything. Nobody else gains anything. But the only thing you do gain as a return gift is tension. So you may be asking, why would a person procrastinate? A person might mainly procrastinate due to being lazy and wanting some just to sleep or have a lazy day, you could say. So even if you're absolutely free for some extra rest, a person might procrastinate. Now, that sounds like the life story of some of us, doesn't it? Second, a person might procrastinate due to having another task to do, such as some other homework or just running down to the grocery store. But I feel none of these are valid excuses to procrastinate. In fact, according to me, nothing is. So, how do we stop or at least try to limit procrastination? Maybe set a timetable to motivate yourself to keep on working no matter the cost. And set a goal that you want to do it, you can do it. And most importantly, believe because nothing is impossible. In fact, impossible comes from I am possible. So always remember that. And also remember the words of Abraham Lincoln. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. I do hope this talk has helped you, respected guests and your parents, to do it today instead of doing it tomorrow. Or in other words, to procrastinate less. And finally, to conclude, I would like to say, procrastinate now, struggle tomorrow. Struggle now, enjoy tomorrow. Thank you.